Elon Musk is once again raising alarms. This time, it's concerning an upcoming event that could have global implications. He predicts that Betelgeuse, one of the largest stars in our galaxy, is in danger of bursting in just 2 weeks. Furthermore, he warns that its consequences could be felt much more personally than previously thought, particularly in areas of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Researchers have observed Betelgeuse for years. Musk, however, specifying a particular time frame, has left many wondering. Could this cosmic event fundamentally change everything? What insights does Musk possess that the rest perhaps none of us are aware of? Are we close to witnessing a cosmic event in a matter of 2 weeks? Elon Musk has a knack for making headlines, but his most recent claim has the world buzzing about a possible stellar explosion that could affect parts of the Northeast United States. The star in question, Betelgeuse, is a massive red monster that has long captivated scientists. Musk's startling assertion that Betelgeuse is about to explode has raised eyebrows and sparked curiosity about the possible implications for Earth. Let's delve into Betelgeuse, one of the brightest stars visible to the naked eye. If you have gazed above, you might have observed the constellation of Orion, noticing the reddish star that makes up the hunter's shoulder. However, don't be misled by its tranquil appearance. Betelgeuse is a colossal entity, approximately 700 times larger than our Sun. According to Musk and some experts, it may soon serve as the stage for one of the most breathtaking astronomical events that could ever happen to us. A supernova. Musk's prediction is not entirely baseless. Conversations within the scientific community regarding Betelgeuse's instability have been ongoing for a while. This brilliant red giant has exhibited peculiar behavior, dimming and unusual cycles that have captured astronomers' attention. One notable instance occurred in 2019 and early 2020, when Betelgeuse dimmed significantly, making it easily visible to the naked eye. This sparked excitement and speculation among scientists, many of whom suggested that the star may be nearing the end of its life cycle. Given Betelgeuse's massive size and ancient age, it seems a fitting candidate for a supernova. However, despite the fact that scientists have closely monitored the star, no one anticipated that a specific timeline for its explosion would emerge until Elon Musk made his startling announcement. He asserts that Betelgeuse could explode in just 2 weeks, transforming one of the greatest mysteries of physics into a countdown. Musk's assertion finds some support in the scientific community, which is causing further intrigue. Renowned theoretical physicist Michio Kaku has also weighed in on the fate of Betelgeuse, suggesting that its time may be running out. However, Kaku adopts a more cautious approach. While he argues that a supernova could occur, he does not anticipate any direct consequences for Earth, unlike Elon Musk, who raises the possibility of an impact. So, what exactly happens when a star goes supernova? Essentially, a supernova marks the dramatic final moments of a massive star. When a star like Betelgeuse exhausts its fuel, it can no longer defend itself. A core formed by gravitational forces collapses. This collapse triggers an explosion with such force that it briefly outshines entire galaxies. When Betelgeuse eventually goes supernova, it could shine as brightly as a full moon and might even be visible during the day's incredible sight. To be sure, however, things take a more concerning turn with Musk's predictions. He suggests that the explosion might have a direct, potentially devastating impact on Earth. In this scenario, Betelgeuse's explosion could release sufficient energy and radiation to destabilize areas of the United States, specifically Connecticut, New York, and Jersey City. Musk posits that gamma rays and high-energy forms of cosmic radiation, which could traverse space and impact our planet's atmosphere, might disrupt satellite communications, electrical grids, and even pose health risks to those exposed to high doses of cosmic radiation, even though this sounds like something out of a disaster film. It's important to remember that Betelgeuse is located approximately 640 light-years away from us. This significant distance is why most scientists don't believe the explosion will pose a direct threat to Earth. Still, the notion sparks discussion, especially with someone like Elon Musk raising alarms. Let's explore why Betelgeuse is such a significant star. It is in the constellation Orion, which has played a prominent role in human storytelling and mythology for centuries. Because of its size and brightness, it is one of the most obvious stars in the night sky. For astronomers, it serves as an excellent candidate for study, providing valuable insights into the life cycles of stars. Unlike our sun, which will quietly burn for billions of years before disappearing, Betelgeuse is a cosmic ticking bomb. Supergiants like Betelgeuse live fast and die young on a cosmic scale, and it has reached the end of its life cycle, poised for collapse. The lingering question arose at the end of 2019 when something unusual occurred. Betelgeuse, typically bright, began to dim significantly. It dimmed to the point where people noticed it with the naked eye, leaving scientists puzzled. Could this be a sign that Betelgeuse was getting close to its supernova phase? The speculation was widespread until the star began to brighten once more in early 2020. While some scientists believe that these changes are a normal part of the star's cycle, others believe they indicate its demise may be approaching sooner than expected. We have to admit that predicting when a star will go supernova is seriously challenging. The timeline for such events is rarely precise. For all we know, Betelgeuse could explode tomorrow or burn for an additional 100,000 years. However, Musk's recent assertions imply that a significant event has changed. Perhaps new data has emerged, or certain observations haven't been fully disclosed to the public. Musk seems convinced that this isn't merely a random fluctuation in Betelgeuse's behavior, but rather a sign that we're on the brink of witnessing one of the universe's most powerful events. So, what can we expect in the next 2 weeks? Musk claims that, first, we may see Betelgeuse continue its erratic pattern of dimming and brightening as it approaches its final collapse. If Elon Musk's prediction holds true, we could soon be witnessing the explosion itself. Go supernova, it will be visible in the night sky for weeks, perhaps even months, becoming one of the brightest objects in the night sky, maybe shining brighter than the moon. While this spectacle can inspire awe, it could also lead to potential disruptions. When a supernova occurs, it doesn't just emit light, it also releases a great deal of radiation. Some of this radiation could reach Earth. While the chances of causing catastrophic damage are low, it's not entirely out of the question. Gamma rays are particularly concerning because they are extremely high-energy waves that can disrupt Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. This could result in disturbances to satellite communications, GPS systems, and even electrical grids. A significant surge of gamma radiation might, for a while, disable some of our technologies. Musk's assertion that the blast might. Elon Musk's claims that the explosion of Betelgeuse could destroy a portion of New York City. New Jersey and Connecticut are more sensational than what most scientists anticipate. However, his statements have sparked public interest, despite the significant repercussions. The majority of astrophysicists believe that the explosion of Betelgeuse will be amazing and will not pose a direct threat to Earth. Its considerable distance from us means that much of the radiation will dissipate before it arrives on our planet. Nonetheless, the explosion could still affect our technology and, perhaps more importantly, deepen our understanding of the universe. Witnessing a star explode in real time would be an unprecedented human experience, providing a wealth of data. For astronomers, this event might shed new light on the life cycles of stars. The exact anticipated date for Betelgeuse's explosion is unknown, but telescopes worldwide will be focused on the star when it happens. Scientists are eager to gather as much data as possible, not only to validate Musk's predictions, but also to comprehend what is taking place around Betelgeuse. This event may provide a valuable opportunity to study the mechanics of a supernova, helping scientists refine their models of stellar evolution. Betelgeuse's explosion could also improve our comprehension of how supernovas contribute to the formation of elements and the birth of new stars. Let's discuss what Betelgeuse's explosion might imply for us. First and foremost, it is essential to be aware that Betelgeuse is approximately 640 light-years away. While this distance may seem incredibly vast in the context of the universe, it isn't particularly close, even when considering something as powerful as a supernova. Most researchers agree that we are probably far enough away to steer clear of any direct catastrophic destruction. That said, a supernova is one of the most violent and energetic cosmic events. When Betelgeuse does finally explode, it will unleash an immense amount of energy sufficient to briefly outshine entire galaxies. This explosion will emit light radiation and particles at levels that are hard to comprehend. The key point is that, due to the significant distance between Betelgeuse and Earth, much of that energy, particularly the more dangerous radiation, such as gamma rays, will dissipate before reaching us. Nevertheless, this is where things become complicated, which is likely why Elon Musk's warnings have gained so much popularity. Even though we are sufficiently far away to avoid the worst-case scenarios, a few potential risks remain. One of the main worries is gamma rays. When a star goes supernova, it emits a large amount of radiation, including gamma rays, which are high-energy electromagnetic waves. If such gamma rays were to strike Earth with sufficient intensity, they could lead to serious complications. They might interact with our atmosphere in ways that could cause problems for satellites, communications, GPS systems, and even power grids. Musk's assertions that an explosion could cause chaos in places like New York become easier to understand when considering our heavy reliance on technology. If gamma rays disrupt our satellites or power infrastructure, we could face widespread blackouts or communication breakdowns. Before we start panicking, it's essential to grasp that most scientists think Betelgeuse is not close enough to deliver a direct and lethal dose of gamma rays to Earth. The distance between the stars ensures that most of the harmful radiation will lose its potency before it reaches us. Nevertheless, we're not entirely out of the woods. Even if the gamma rays aren't strong enough to be fatal, they could still disrupt our technology. Satellites orbiting Earth are especially vulnerable to cosmic radiation, and their failure could lead to significant disruptions in our communication and navigation systems. Considering how many aspects of our daily lives rely on satellites, for everything from our smartphones, GPS, to weather forecasting and certain financial transactions, this is not a risk to take lightly. A sudden surge in cosmic radiation could throw these systems out of balance. Additionally, we must consider the risks posed by cosmic rays, which are high-energy particles released during a supernova. While most of these particles are deflected by Earth's magnetic field, some may penetrate our atmosphere. This might lead to increased radiation levels at the planet's surface, possibly resulting in subtle but real consequences. People who spend a great deal of time at high altitudes, such as frequent flyers or astronauts, may be more exposed to this radiation. Although immediate health effects are unlikely, prolonged exposure to heightened cosmic radiation could increase cancer risks or result in other long-term health issues. It's also important to note that not all scientists agree that Betelgeuse's explosion will have a direct impact on Earth.